All right, here is another type of puzzle. This one is called a number junction. So here's how it works. The key is how many circles are in each row. You'll see that there's 5 going across, 5 going up and down. That means we're going to be using the numbers 1 through 5. And it's kind of like Sudoku, if you've ever done something like that. You can't repeat the same number in the same row or column. So now that there's a 1 here, there won't be another 1 in this whole row. And there's a 1 here, so there won't be another 1 in this whole row. So it helps you narrow down some possibilities. And then here's the key, that number in the middle, the number junction. So the junction of these 4 circles has to add up to be 12. So we got to figure out the right combination of numbers to make sure that they all add up to 12 without breaking that rule about repeating any of those numbers for us. So let's give this a try. This is one where it's going to take some erasing and some trying. Okay? Use a pencil. It's not something where you can just magically stare at it and find an answer. You got to try some different things out. Sorry, I need coffee. So let's try this top corner. So I need 4 numbers, and one of them being a 1, that adds up to be 12. Well, if I already have a 1, 1 plus 11 adds up to be 12. So I need 3 numbers that add up to be 12. So maybe I'm going to put a 4 here, because I can't do a 3. Maybe I put a 2 here and a 5 here. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 1 is 12. Now, I don't know for sure if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. So now we start to branch out. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and I want to get to 9. Well, I would have to add a 2 here to make it add up to be a 9. I already have a 2 here, so I know that can't work. So I go back to the drawing board. So what if I put a 5 here? And what if I put, that's 2, a 2 here? 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 1 is, nope, that's not going to work. It's a lot of back and forth. So what if we put a 3 here, a 2 here, and let's see, 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 3, I can't do that again. So you're going to notice we're going to do a lot of back and forth as we try to narrow things down. So let's see if we did, what if we put a 2 here and a 2 here? Because the whole idea is that 9 is kind of small, so I need something small. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Now, go back up to here. Remember we had used the 2, a 4, and a 5? All we did was just switch that 2 and that 4 so that the 2's weren't lined up with each other. 1 plus 4 is 5, 6, 7. So to get up to 12, I need a 5. And so far, I haven't broken any of those rules. Everything's working so far. So as you kind of work your way across, it gets a little easier because there's fewer numbers for you to consider because you've already used them up. But it's a lot of little trial and error. So here, I want to add up to 16. I've already got a 5 and a 2. That's 7. I know I got to get all the way up to 16, so I'm going to need a bigger number. I've already used my 4 and my 3 in this row, so let's try another 5 here. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 12 plus 4 gives me 16, so that works. Now, 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is my 14. And then now it gets a little bit easier, because what's the only number I haven't used yet? Well, a 3. And what's the only number I haven't used here? I haven't used a 1. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Check. Now start to kind of work your way down. So it's tough to get yourself going. You kind of pick a spot and figure out something that works and start to build. Once you get going, it goes a lot quicker, a lot faster. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 3 gives me 11. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 5 gives me 16. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13. And again, I hadn't used the 4 down here. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 5 is 13. I want to get to 15, so I need to add 2 more. 3 and 5 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 1 gives me 13. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Here, the only number I haven't used is a 5, so let's see if it works. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 2 is 11. And then if I go down my rows, there should be only one number left in each spot. So here I need a 3, here I need a 4, a 2, a 1, and a 5. And then a quick spot check to see if it works. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. Check. And that's how you do a number junction. It's a little tough to get it going, but notice how smooth and quickly that went once I got going.